Good morning. Thank you for everyone for joining us today at the Dr. Martin Luther King Streetscape location. Behind us, you see the city's brand newest mural, and we're fortunate to have the mayor here and the artist Noah Barnett to kind of talk about Dr. King, because the mural is honoring Dr. King, his legacy, and the process of getting this mural up in our city today. So I'll first bring up the Honorable Mayor Tim Keller.
Thanks. Well, thank you so much, and good morning to everyone. You know, this site is something few people used to notice. We're right here on, I think this is actually MLK right here, right? I know these two, I get them confused sometimes with Tejares. It's Tejares. Okay, so it's actually on Tejares, but you drive past the convention center, and I think most New Mexicans have never noticed this is actually the Dr. Martin Luther King Streetscape. And that's going to change. Every single person who now drives by is going to hear a message from Dr. Martin Luther King loud and clear. That's what this is about. And we're so grateful to the artist, to Noah, who's going to come up soon, for doing a wonderful job of making sure that this streetscape is truly what it's supposed to be, which is a little bit of MLK as you drive out of downtown. And so for us, we also acknowledge, of course, that it was 58 years ago when Dr. Martin Luther King gave his famous National Mall speech. And this is really depicted on one side of this mural. And he shared a dream for our nation about how leaders should lead, and about how government should govern, and how we should treat each other. And this is, of course, in our history, one of the most moving articulations of justice and of liberation from one of our greatest leaders. And here in Albuquerque, as the largest major city in about 1,000 square miles, the community contacted us repeatedly, but also last year, and they said that, we need to have a more appropriate reflection of Dr. King's message at this Dr. Martin Luther King Streetscape. And our team, our arts board who's here, our arts and culture department, listened and agreed and said, yeah, we got to really step up what we're doing right here at this particular piece of land in the heart of downtown. And the result is this amazing mural that you see behind us. And it also, I think, mentions an important part of that call to action that Dr. Martin Luther King stood for when he said those words about reaching the mountaintop, and of course saying that he feared no man only less than 24 hours before his assassination, a tremendous show of strength. And I think for us it also shows that all Americans, we will not stop until we reach that mountaintop. And now for all Albuquerqueños, as they drive out of downtown, they're also reminded about that journey to the mountaintop. So this is a beautiful intersection of Noah Barrett's vision for Dr. King's vision and his faith, and also Albuquerque's commitment to keeping Albuquerque beautiful, to public art, and also to social justice. So with that, I'll hand it back to Hakeem.
Thank you, Mayor. And I really want to give a shout out definitely to the folks who are part of making this possible, which include our solid waste team. We share this site. This is truly a one Albuquerque effort. So we share this site with Public Art, which is in the Department of Arts and Culture, with solid waste, and with parks. And so there's lots of different city departments that contribute to keep and care for this space. So we want to thank them by name: Angelo Gallegos, Miller Romero, Dana Vokasek, Leah Black, and Emily Moore. We want to thank our Arts Board representatives who are here today, or not here today, but we're on the selection committee: Jessica Cage, Pamela Chavez, and Jonathan Sanchez. And of course, the community representatives, because like the mayor said, the community came to us and said, we need to come together and collectively do something. And it wasn't just a request. They also came to meetings and served on the selection committee. So we want to thank Mr. Everett Hill, Stacy Blakemore, and Mr. Leonard Waits. But now, I would like for you to hear from the artist, the visionary who submitted his proposal to the Public Art Board, and then it went through the selection process, and it emerged as the selected vision for this wall and this space you see behind me. I'd like to bring up Noah Barnett.
Hello. Yeah, just wanted to come up here and say a few words, say a few thank yous. First off, thank you to the city, through the Arts Board, and everyone involved in bringing this to life. in the total process of bringing this whole thing to life, I feel like a very small cog in like a huge wheel, and so many people played vital roles in bringing this to fruition. So yeah, just super grateful and humbled to be able to play a role. In terms of the design and the vision for the space, I think Mayor Keller touched on it, but I was just trying to bring a little bit of Dr. King's vision and just his dream for the future to the space, and kind of revitalize it, make it a little bit more interactive. So that's what the goal was for the space, and hopefully we achieved that. But yeah, just overall very humbled and grateful to be able to play a part. First project with the city, and hopefully we can do some more as everyone continues to grow and improve and just learn more. So thank you again, and that's going to do it for me.
Now I'd like to invite, because I mean, we're going to talk about the public art program, because this is, we're busy. We're always creating and developing artists and art and what am I trying to say? Pieces of art in our city and all around our city. So to talk more eloquently about it than me, I would like to bring up our Arts Board Chair, Emily DeAngelis.
Good morning, thank you. It is so great to be celebrating a work of art today. We haven't had a public art dedication in over 24 months because of the pandemic, and we particularly love to celebrate our artists. This was an example of an incredibly successful open call for artists, and NOAA was selected from 16 of them who applied for this project. Based on our historic public art records about murals, we are pretty certain that this is the 60th mural in the public art collection, which spans the whole city. It is our honor and really a pleasure to accept this mural into our collection. Thank you.
And so again, I want to thank our community partners in the Black community organizations that of course took an interest in Dr. King's legacy and how we were honoring it. And like the mayor said, we all challenged and charged ourselves to do better, and we came together and did just that. We're all keepers of Dr. King's dream. If you've visited other cities around the country, you know there's usually an honoring, whether it's the name of a street or some form of public art, for Dr. King's legacy. And it's not just being the reminder, but it's also taking action to continue to celebrate the dream. I want to thank our public art team for all the work behind the scenes that gets calls like this out into the community, so artists like NOAA can apply. They can find it and they can apply. And they also prep the walls so that NOAA can come down here and paint the walls. And so it's always a collaborative process with our artists. Once they bring the vision and their vision is selected, how do we make it come to fruition and be as beautiful and as vibrant as the mural that's behind me? I want to thank NOAA and all the artists who applied. I want to encourage all the artists who weren't selected to keep on applying. There's calls coming out all the time, and we are looking forward to working with you. I don't get a vote, so I'm not on the selection committee. We just kind of guide the process from City Hall, but it's exciting to see young artists like NOAA really get a first commission with the city, and hopefully that means many more for the future. I did get to see the submissions though along the way, and I know it was really competitive, so big kudos to all the artists that applied. And lastly, we want to thank the mayor and the administration for continuing to desire projects like this to see their way through to completion, not nudging and prodding the Department of Arts and Culture too every so often to say, where are we at on that, and what are we going to do? And that when they saw that this was the direction we were going in, they gave us a ton of support. So with that, I invite everyone to go check out the mural, maybe speak to NOAA, the artist, and we'll hang out here for a little bit. If you have any questions, let us know. Thank you.